Housing and Urban Development Secretary Ben Carson visits a Nycha complex in Queens as the Public Housing Authority prepares for new leadership starting next week. Our political reporter Courtney Gross is in Auburn with details for us. Courtney.
Now, we know Secretary Ben Carson, the Secretary for the Federal Department of Housing and Urban Development, has not seen a lot of the New York City Housing Authority, but he made a visit here in the Rockaways this morning to Ocean Bay Apartments. Now, this is a Nycha development, the first Nycha development that had been turned over in a federal housing program known as RAD. And that program essentially gives over the development to a private nonprofit developer to manage it, and as part of that process sort of infuses it with a lot of private money. We know that the Trump administration and Carson is very supportive of this program, so it doesn't come as a surprise that he came here to check it out for himself. Of course, he did not alert media about this tour. He did not allow us to go on this tour with him, but we were able to catch him briefly as he exited the tour and went to his car. Secretary Carson, do you have 2 seconds just to tell us what you saw?
We're running late, but it's terrific. It's an example of what can be done through private-public partnership.
Do you think that all of Nycha should look like this? Now, we know that Carson saw 2 different apartments, one of which was a staged apartment and one of which was an apartment where a tenant was actually living. Now, as part of this federal program, when they infuse a lot of money into these developments, it means that a lot of these apartments get completely renovated. In fact, we've seen some of them here, and we know that it's very different from what a Nycha apartment looks like. The apartment we saw earlier this week, in fact, actually had new floors, new radiators. We know that Carson actually also went to the roof of one of these buildings to take a look at the boilers. This being a development in the Rockaways, it was devastated by Hurricane Sandy, and now the boilers are actually on top of the roofs here, along with some solar panels as well. Now, local elected officials from Nycha also joined him on this tour, including the regional administrator for the Federal Housing Department, Lynn Patton.
It was long overdue, and he was super excited, and he saw what the future of Nycha could be for a lot of residents here. For 62,000 units that the city and HUD have joined forces to ratify, I guess is the word, this is what they're going to look like.
Now, while this is just the first development to be turned over to this federal program within Nycha's housing stock, they plan to do a third of all of its apartments by 2028. For now, that is the latest from Auburn. I'm Courtney Gross. Let's send it back to you.
All right, Courtney, thank you.